श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं वातरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः गुकारो अन्धकारो वैरुकारस्तन्निवर्तकः अन्धकारनिरोधित्वात् गुरुरित्यभिधीयते ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः सुष्ठुवांसस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ प्रज्ञानां शुप्रदाने स्थिरचरनिकरव्याप्तिभिर्व्याप्य लोकान् भुक्त्वा भोगान् स्तविष्ठान् पुनरभिधिषणोद्भासितान् कामजन्यान् पीत्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् सविधि मधुरभुङ् मायया भोजयन्नः माया संज्ञास्तुरीयं परममृतमजं ब्रह्म यत्तन्नतोऽस्मि यो विश्वात्मा विधिज विषयान् प्राश्य भोगान् स्तविष्टान् पश्चाच्चान्यान् समिति विभवान् ज्योतिषा स्वेन सूक्ष्मान् सर्वानेतान् पुनरविशनैः स्वात्मनि स्थापयित्वा हित्वा सर्वान् विशेषान् विगतगुणगणः पात्वसौ न स्तुरीयः। We are studying Māṇḍūkya Upaniṣad and we are in the third section, Advaita Prakaranam, and we are in the 7th verse. We already read the 7th verse, but still I will read and we will go into the meaning and also through the bhashya. Nākāśasya gadākāśo vikāro vayavo yatha naivatmana sada jivo vikāro vayavo tatha. Once more I will read. Nākāśasya gadākāśo vikāra vayavo yatha naivatmana sada jivo vikāra vayavo yatha. Remember, Advaita Prakaranam is making us to understand the entire Advaita vision through some human logic. Advaita is not easy to digest or assimilate if somebody orally convinces you. It's not very easy because what is meant by Advaita? Advaita means there is no second object in the world. There is no secondary thing to deal in the world. This is called Advaitam. Dvaitam nasti iti Advaitam. But from our experiences, we already have the confirmation that Dvaita exists. Why? Right from the childhood, I am dealing with secondary things in my life. I see my mother separate from me. I see my father separate from me. I see the world separate from me. I see my clothes separate from me. Everything is separate from me. My toys are separate from me. So that in and through my life, I dealt with secondary things, and more deep it is that their secondary objects exist in the world. It's not very easy to eradicate the Dvaita Buddhi, dualistic vision, the duality of my mind is deep rooted because my experiences are secondary things exist in the world. So it's not very easy to convince somebody by communicating Advaita exists in the world even though you perceive duality. Advaita philosophy means the principles based on the non-duality. And that is the only truth trespassing all the dualistic visions and also dualistic philosophies. Duality is only under the realm of my ignorance. As long as ignorance exists, the duality continues. Once the ignorance is eradicated, destroyed, there comes the end of duality. We need some human logics, and this is why Advaita Prakarana, the third chapter, is dealing with a lot of logic which can be easily understood by the human mind. Here we see that the entire world believes that we are created by one genius creator. Almost all religions accept this statement. We are created and there is a creator. Srishti, Srishtikarta, and also Srishtam, what is being created. Srishtikarta, the creator exists apart from the created, and there is a process called creation. So, three different things are executed to become these wonderful creations. Once a Srishtikarta being accepted, then the Srishtikarta have the capacity to create. He is almighty, all-knowing. Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktiman. Almighty, Sarvashaktiman. He can do anything. Sarvajnaha, all-knowing. He is loaded with knowledge so that he can create any tiny, minute, micro things like amoeba, bacteria, atom, etc., particles. And the largest things like solar system, the Milky Way, the entire creation. So all these things are loaded in the intelligence of the creator. So a creator being there, I am talking about the beliefs of other religion, not Advaita philosophy. Advaita philosophy don't accept any creator apart from the created. That I will prove afterwards. First, I am talking about the beliefs of other religions. Even I started believing there is a temple, there is a deity, there is a church, there is a idol, there is a mosque, there is a Mecca, and I have to go to do my things. Every religion believes their creator exists somewhere and he is controlling the entire creation by giving the right things for the right people and giving the evil experiences for the worst people. This is a common belief widely spread through all the religion and all the people. Even we started by accepting that there is a God apart from me. So, when there is a creator, we are the part of the creator. Created. What is being created by the creator, it's a part of the creator. And there is a process called creation. Creation can only be done by all-knowing Almighty. I'm talking about the entire world, not about the pot maker who is creating the pot. When we are a pot maker, we only need the intelligence to create a pot only. We need not to have the intelligence to how to dance or how to break uh, a how to construct a house or how to construct how to destruct a old building. We don't need the idea to make a pot. I'm talking about the genius creation. In order to create this creation, the creator need all-knowing and almighty. Creator should be all-knowing and almighty. Okay, fine. The point is, am I a part of the creator or the created? How I have to deal with the creator? This is the thing. So here, this verse says that. What is the vision of the non-duality? The philosophy, which is the fact of the creation, is told here. The entire vision is being made into a capsule statement, and it is presented, Na akashasya gadakasho vikara avayavo va. Akasham, we are dealing with a good example called the space. There is no separation and the entire space is one. And when we make a building, inside that building, there is a kitchen, there is a working area, there is a hall, there is a library, whatever it may be. But it is constructed in the space, one single space, and inside that space, we constructed 4 walls, and inside that, we constructed some other walls. Then we gave a name for each and every room, like, these, that, these, that, these, that. Kitchen, work area, bedroom, bathroom, etc., etc. In real, there is no such spaces existing. One single space is being separated by the walls, even though there is no real separation. We assume there is a separation from the others, from the entire space. This space, which is limited by the walls, which is limited by any other separation, is not a part of the cosmic space. The infinite space cannot be separated. We know that. The infinite space stay one. It cannot be limited. It cannot be divided. It cannot be separated. It cannot be done anything because space is very subtle and it is formless. But inside the space, we construct certain things and we say this is paddy field, this is house, this is a mall of joy, this is another shopping mall, this is a hotel, this is mountains, everything. In real, there is no such limited spaces inside the cosmic space. And it is not the part of the cosmic space. What we should understand from this example, as I am a human body or an individual soul, is not a part of the Paramatman, the Brahman. The created soul is not separate from the all-knowing soul or Brahman. Created soul seems to be separate from the all-knowing, almighty Brahman. But in real, there is no separation between the individual soul and the cosmic soul. There is only one soul. I am using the word soul because it is very familiar for all of us. Self, soul or self, whatever. There is only one self existing in and through, and that self seems to be appearing in different names and forms. There are examples in all other Vedantic texts. A sun appearing in different forms, in different color of waters, in different buckets. We keep a lot of vessels and we pour water on every vessel and it is filled now, full now. The reflection of the sun will see in each and every vessel. And according to the color of the water, the sun will also gain the same color. In reality, there is no different suns. There is only one sun and it is reflecting in the different vessels. So even this example has some limitation. Understand? Actually, the dream experience is the best example. Myself in dream, I became many names and forms like elephant, house, forest, roads, mountains, etc., etc. Myself itself, I witnessed an entire dream. And myself itself, I unfolded the dream and also folded the dream. So the creation happened in myself. The creation existed, sustained in myself. The creation evolved or resolved in myself. So even though I experienced different names and forms in creation, they are only mithya. They are only apparent realities. Myself assumed into names and forms which are unreal. Myself assumed into elephant. Myself assumed into house. And at last, everything got resolved in myself itself. The self became all names and forms. The self enjoyed all names and forms. The self became the locus for the resolving of all names and forms. The self only appeared in different names and forms. This is the real. It can be a beautiful example than the other examples. The logic is clear. Even though we perceive in the world different names and forms, Some are inferior, some are superior, some are glorified, some are condemned, some are ugly, some are beautiful, some are useless, some are purposeful. Different names and forms we are having in and through in our world. What is purposeful for me, it is useless for others. What is useless for me, it is purposeful for others. A banana peel is purposeful for a cow, where a banana peel is purposeless after eating the banana for me. Grass is purposeless for me, while a cow has some purpose or business with grass. So, entire creation, even though I see different names and forms which are purposeful, which are useless, which are glorified, which are condemned by somebody, I don't know. There is a proverb in Sanskrit, Ayogya Purusho Nasti, Ayogya Vastubi Nasti. There is no such a thing called useless in the world, whether it is a man or whether it is a human being or whether it is an animal or whether it is an object. You don't see because you don't have total observance regarding the things, so that you see some purposeless, useless. I remember one Swamiji told me, there is a broom in the corner of the room and you are sitting alone. Do you have any purpose with the broom? No. After some time, a snake entered through the window inside the room and nobody is there to help you. Now your broom have a purpose to put out the snake or to keep away the snake from you. So everything is purposeful if we have the extra sense to connect with our life and the thing. That is why even what is not much helpful in our life, we keep them aside. If somebody comes, we will give to them. For me, it is not very useful, but for them, it is something very worthy. So what I want to say, come to the point. Entire names and forms or universe or the world is the embodiment of the creator or is the manifestation of the creator. The creator and the created are not separate in real. They are one and the same. So next time when you see a monkey, at least you respect. You need not to go and touch the feet of the monkey or to hold the tail. At least your imagination, your attitude should be like this. Lord is in the form of monkey. I need not to react towards them. I need to agitate them. I need not to distract them. Let them live in their world. Only I should be very careful not to get a hurt from them. Any wild animal is the manifestation of creator. Creator, we say almighty, all-knowing Brahman. If you have a belief on Jesus, Jesus is manifested in the form of a lion. Jesus is manifested in the form of a kangaroo. Jesus is manifested in the form of a swan. Anything. This is the fact should be taken from this example that there is no separation. The creator, the creation, the created. Even that activity, what we call created, a creation, that process, that action itself is Lord. That is why in Sanskrit, any action is called karma, done by human being. The karma yoga, the manifestation of creator within oneself. You do an action with an attitude. You do an action with a purpose for somebody. You do an action without disturbing others. That is why it's called karma yoga. An action which subserve one's own need to achieve the knowledge, at the same time an action which will be helpful for others. So karma yoga, that means the creator is in the form of creation, that action. When a pot is made by the pot maker, very action of making the pot is creator. The entire cooking is creator. Any action, whatever we have to do in our life, we have done in our life, nothing, it is the embodiment or the manifestation of the creator. So there is no three separation like, book, myself, reading. This is what we do with the book. I take a book, I read a book. So there is a separation. There is a book apart from me. There is a reading as a medium between book and myself. And there is an existence of myself. In real, there is no these three divisions. Only from the standpoint of empirical reality, we accept the divisions into three. There is a universe, there is an experiencer who is experiencing the universe, and there are experiences from the universe. Myself is the experiencer. What is experienced is universe, and there is a medium called experience. This division only belongs to empirical reality. Vyavaharika satta. This is the Sanskrit word for empirical reality. Paramarthika satta, ultimate reality. The ultimate reality is there is no such divisions. But in the empirical reality, there are divisions which are seemingly, which are being only when you perceive. And there is another reality called pradibhasika satta. Pradibhas. It won't exist in the empirical world, still you see. The sun rises in the east and sun sets in the west. This phenomenon never existed in the empirical world. But it seems to be appearing in the east and it seems to be disappearing in the west. Then it is called pradibhasika satta. A shell appearing in the form of a silver. In the empirical reality, there is no such thing. If the shell is a silver, then we need not to go to the shop. You just take the shell in the hand and it is silver only. But you see in the twilight, a shell appearing very shining and it seems to be silver. This is called pradibhasika satta. In Sanskrit, it is called reflection, a phenomenon which never existed in ultimate standpoint or in the empirical standpoint, but it seems to be there in my experience. It is how we enjoy the beauty of a woman or a man or a horse or not, anything, I enjoy horses, I enjoy chicken when they are alive. I enjoy their beauty. So people used to think on me, he's a mad. He is looking for 5-10 minutes on a horse and a chicken. What is there so much in the chicken apart from its meat? I love to see their eyes. I love to see their crest. I love to see their tail. I love to see their vibgyor color in one single wing. This is how the Creator is being glorified by us. When you have an observation on the things, the total observance, you see all minute things around you. Thus, you can glorify your Creator. People are very busy behind their selfish motivations. They don't have enough time to see what is being created in the world. You need not to see the Lord directly. This creation itself is the manifestation of Lord. Wherever you see a name and form, it is very so much care and genius. These words are capable. Every name and form is molded with so much care and genius because it's all knowing entity who created this world. So coming to the point, the creation is not a part of the creator. The creation itself is creator. The creator itself manifested in the form of creation. Then you may ask certain questions. Why this creator made a hell of creating lot of people with a lot of diseases? Even our body has to survive with food, water, shelter, clothes, etc., etc. What is the point of creating all this creation? The question seems to be very, very crucial. The point is, the creation is beginningless. Srishtihi anadi. When it's created, how much time from the first day of creation? There is no answer for all these things. Vedanta is not interested also. Vedanta or the non-dual principle, this non-duality, the teachers, traditional teachers are interested only to make others to get rid of from this suffering world. They are not interested to know the real time of when the creation started or how does it happen and everything, because there is no real answer for all these questions. From which time onwards you started to see your shadow in your life? If I ask you this question, it is a bit confusing. Almost in the same manner, if you ask when the creation started, which is the very first day. So, knowing the answer, it will not contribute any self motivation in one's life, and also there is no purpose of knowing when the creation started. Fine. Now, what is the purpose of knowing there is no difference or there is no separation between the created and the creation? Abhayam pratishtam vindade. A status attained where there is no fear. Taittiriya Upanishad, second chapter, 7th verse, 11th line. We attain a fearless state, fearless state, because everything being the creator, we will not be fear of ghost, we will not be fear of an elephant, we will not be fear of a centipede, we will not be afraid of anything in the world. My insecurity will go away. Being separated from something and there are existing lot of things apart from me make me to fear or give me some insecure in my life. But once you understand there is no other thing other than me in the world, make me more secure while living in the world. And also, creator is Amrita. deathless. Creator is ajaraha, anti-aging. You don't get aged. All these features being there in the creator, if I am equated, I am the creator, I am not a created. All these features belong to me also. So what I want to say, we are not the part of the creation. We are not a part in any time in the creation. We are the creator. This is what to be conveyed through this sentence. Na akashasya gadakashaha vikara avayavova. Avayava means part. Vikara means modification. Modification means a milk is fermented into curd. This is called modification. A milk is gone through certain process and it is converted into curd. This is called modification of something. In some modifications, there is reverse. Reverse is possible, reversible. For example, like a cube, you can make the things possible. But in the construction of a building or the construction or making curd, it's not possible. There cannot be, there is no reverse process in that. You cannot reverse the process. It is also just like a baby coming into an adult. A adult cannot become a baby. Only thing, you have a mind which is immature. Your body is matured, but the mind is immature. Even now we see defects of the people. Even if you come to know certain defects are there in an individual, it will be nice not to talk about that defect with that individual. This is how we erode our maturity. We make manifest our maturity in everything. You came to know